Bitcoin putting in its first weekly higher low or seemingly higher low. In this video, we'll be going over how to actually confirm that as a higher low, thus confirming that we're kind of looking at the same playbook as last summer where Bitcoin trades sideways, but sideways into the end of August / early September, sets it up for an explosive Q4 of this year if that does indeed occur. Until then, however, until we actually do hit the very important, the very same, by the way, critical number to actually confirm this as the next weekly higher low, I would still express the same sort of skepticism and caution as yesterday's video, as there is still potential for a short-term downside move. Anyways, other than that, we can just jump right into this one, starting off with, yes, indeed, there it is, potential for the next weekly higher low. Very similar to what we did see last year, actually, basically during the same time frame as well, pretty much all summer from June to in this case, this one broke out in like late September / early October, and you can see that price action essentially put in ever so slightly, but definitely there, higher low, and did grind its way out for, about a month after that was really put in. So this still can take a lot of time here. I don't think that there's a humongous rush to get into position or anything like that. And again, it's not even confirmed that we have that, but we should probably go over how to actually confirm that. And it is the same thing as before. In this case, need to see at minimum some sort of a closure above that Thursday of Jesus Christ. Okay, there is way too many red lines right there. Need to see a closure above that Thursday, the 8th of August high. That few days after the bear market of August, that one day bear market at least. Anyways, until that condition is met, there is still potential for another scam wick to the downside, if you will. But things are shaping up better and better here in the short term. Of course, you can see that Bitcoin has caught a little bit of a wick off of the median here on the daily HPDR. That'd be kind of like the next short-term hurdle, if you will. Doesn't really mean a lot for the weekly, obviously, but that would be 61,250. Anyways, from there, I should go over daily price probabilities. Tuesday, you can see, is slightly weighted in favor of negative closures here since 2024 began, with 57.5% of all Tuesdays closing negatively, with an average return of almost 270, I should say 2.70%. And for those positive closing Tuesdays that we have seen, did gain an average of 180. So looking at that in terms of price, let's see where we're at right now. Yeah, we're pretty much at, from today's open, about 180 to the upside. So if things did stop around here, that'd be fine. But I should add that to the downside, shaving off the average would put Bitcoin actually below yesterday's low, pretty much unraveling the whole gains of the last 48 hours, which would essentially play out kind of what we were looking at yesterday. But I guess my main message here is that, look, if there is going to be a bit of a fake out, today would be a good day for it, for sure. Tuesday actually does have the highest negative returns day out of any weekday that it is. In fact, Wednesday does have a higher probability to close negatively, but does not have as bad negative returns. So if things are going to kind of fall apart, Tuesday would be a good day for that to be happening. But for right now, things are being held up, in a decent fashion. Just want to see this next area, obviously cleared in the short term. And then of course the big one is, and has been for a couple weeks now, about $62,500 on a daily closing base. If you see that, yes, I'd basically say, hey, look, is it all sunshine and rainbows? I guess probably some sideways, sunshine and rainbows, I suppose. But I do want to go over here to the day, or sorry, not the daily, but the 5-day for CME, which is actually closing tonight. The way that things are kind of shaping up right now does offer up a pretty obvious, an obvious way of looking at this. Assuming that today's 5-day closes something like this, basically there's going to be a really, really easy setup, or a really, really easy way to be kind of confirming if Bitcoin actually does break down. And that would be just ticking below this current 5-day low, which is, as of right now, 56,300. Why is my phone ringing in the background? Who the hell knows? No one should be calling me right now. We got more important things to be looking at, like magic internet money. Anyways, yeah, so, again, assuming that it closes something like this, if there's even just a tick below this current 5-day low, I'd be looking at that as an indication that Bitcoin is breaking down to like very low $50,000, like 52-ish minimum. But for right now, things shaping up at a good time, I suppose. Anyways, moving on from there, and this video is actually going to be quite short. I did just want to add that Coinbase have a nice bounce here as well. We do see some hidden bullish evidence on the weekly RSI playing out, and more importantly, as we do kind of get into the end of this month, I want to see Coinbase and Bitcoin, obviously, as well, get above that red 5 exponential moving average on the monthly time frame. That currently is 211.5 on Coinbase. Coinbase trading pre-market at like 208 and a quarter. Bitcoin's 5 exponential is 61,725. So we still have 11 days left in the trading limit to go, which a lot can happen there. But we would expect Bitcoin to close above that number if it is indeed going to continue on this sideways and up trudge with an overall bullish bias into Q4 of this year. I should also add that traditional markets, I mean, this is the same time frame monthly for NASDAQ futures. I mean, this is fucking powerful. Even yesterday, I was looking for a pullback on this one. Definitely not getting that. In fact, having a nice little boost up right there as well. At some point, this thing will pull back. Probably, I would say probably today as well. But again, I have to be looking for a higher low here, and I suspect that that's likely going to be the next major opportunity. Again, our major focus for traditional markets was, hey, this was an opportunity a few weeks ago on the 5th of August, and nothing's really changed for me there. Pullbacks are likely for, I don't know, necessarily buying. Like, things are getting quite mature in this market, but still upside likely to come. So anyways, is there anything else that I want to get into? Yes, there is one last setup over here. I don't know, again, if this one is going to fail. It probably fails today. But this one did enter into a long position based off the 5 exponential on the daily time frame. Also, yesterday's short one obviously failed. That one entered at 59,500 as of right now. It's obviously going to be staying in the trade. But the second that it closes the next daily below the 5 exponential, which is currently 59,650, it will close that trade. So we'll see how this one evolves. Is this going to be the one that actually leads things upwards and onwards and really does obviously confirm this as the next major higher low on the higher term timeframes? That actually, well, obviously remains to be seen. But I mean, this, it very likely does come off the back of one of these signals. The question is, which one is it going to be? Because this one's been essentially just dancing around this, as you typically do get on major pivots. But at some point, one of these very likely does work. And again, I want to remind myself that the average winning trade for this daily setup is, into the 20%. So if and when this one does play out, it will very likely be a powerful one and very likely be like the major signal. So I would just keep an eye on that. But yeah, for right now, it is back in that trade, and we'll see how that one evolves in the next 24 hours. Like I said, if things are going to have a bit of a fuck up, today would probably be the good day for that. So yeah, anyways, that's a good place for me to be leaving off. Very short video today, as always. I mean, things are not as always, but during this month, especially the later portion of summer, things are slow as hell, and very little does change. But of course, I'll be here either way because we have a streak. We haven't missed a goddamn video in one day for 6.5 years since this channel started, so can't let it go now. Anyways, it's like bad OCD. Anyways, as always, I want to wish you the best bets. Take care, much love, and a very nice message from our local meth head.
If you are a fake bitch, stay the fuck off my fucking page. All fake bitches.